Last stream, I went and took a nap because it was very mentally taxing. And now, it's time for the late night Dark Souls stream. Or Dark Souls, Final Fantasy stream, because I woke up and I had an insatiable urge to continue watching the story. So, here we are. Thank goodness. Wait the queue. A lot of these backgrounds are really cool. If I remember correctly, I was doing the Crystal Tower stuff, and I think the next one is over here. Alright, Grahatia, let's see what you got. Grahatia is ready to address the assembled Fellowship of Noah. Fellowship of Noah being accounted for at this time, the assembly was called to order. Rambros will be presiding over the meeting. Be so kind as to inform him of proceed. Welcome back, Canadian. I have been reading about your encounter in the Labyrinth of the Ancients. It pleases me greatly to note that you none the worse for the experience. For your reference, I have added my own notes to Graha's preliminary expedition report and begun compiling a Crystal Tower survey log. The information contained therein will be available to you at all times. Should you have any questions, you need only ask. Now, if there's no objectives, I shall begin with the summary of the expedition's key accomplishments. Cool. In the course of this, our first foray into the grounds of the Crystal Tower, we succeeded in neutralizing the structure's outer defenses before proceeding to secure the maze surrounding the base of the spire. According to Canadian's account, the labyrinth's defenses were most emphatically active. Disturbingly, his report also mentions a violent encounter with a sentry heavily augmented by elegant technology. In short, our misgivings were well founded. The Crystal Tower was not simply thrust above ground by the chaotic shifting of the earth, it has somehow been reawoken. If, as seems incredibly likely, the tower's secrets should prove too dangerous to share with the world, we'll have no choice but to contain them. Short of leveling the place, this will almost certainly involve returning its mechanisms to a state of dormancy. To do that, however, we will need to address the question of how they work, the answer to which must surely be waiting for us inside the tower itself. In conclusion, that is where we must go. Task rather easier said than done, if the perils of the labyrinth are any indication. Then I move that all further exploration of the tower be delayed until such a time as an exhaustive analysis of the structure's defenses is completed. Master Garland, may I entrust this task to you? Would be my pleasure. Don't forget about us. Like you said, Chief, we founded the Ironworks to make sure that technology was used for the right reasons. That means making sure it's not used for the wrong ones. We wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't see this through to the end. Lads, well, I hope you're ready for some back-breaking chores. Well, everything seems to be in hand here, so I shall take my leave of you for the present. If I am to witness this valiant tale unfold with mine own eyes, I must needs hone my martial skills and the spire. Skills. You'll do nothing of the sort, Graha. Your knowledge may prove useful to Master Garland's investigation. As an observer, I am not, strictly speaking, subject to your authority. Pray do not mistake my intent, Canadian. Well aware that I shall never be a match for one with your innate talents, however hard I train, but that, as it may, pray do not allow your skills to rust from disuse during the coming was. We will need you fighting fit if our subsequent forays are to prove as productive as this one. Mark me, we have not yet caught more than the briefest glimpse of that which time has obscured. Soon, however, we shall cast off the veil and gaze upon the glory of the Allegan Empire. And with that encouraging thought in mind, it is time to bring this assembly to a close. Let us all focus on the tasks at hand, that our next expedition may begin all the sooner. Meeting adjourned. Terrible man. Yet it does leave the door wide open, so to speak. One cannot help but be impressed, beginning to understand the reliance you place on it. So, this is the legacy the Allegan Empire left behind. My readings are correct. The energy source waiting atop the tower is a match for even the Ultima weapon. Nay, more than a match. A new toy for me. I believed the fates had conspired to deny me my just rewards once again, but it would seem they had a greater destiny in mind for me. And so long as my ambition burns, I shall strive to seize it. The dream lives on. Did not disappoint me. Circus Tower. Rambros is frustrated over Noah's lack of progress on the Crystal Tower. Ah, 'tis you, my friend. You are doubtless eager to hear of our progress on the Crystal Tower. Excellent. I'd be disappointed to hear otherwise. Of course, disappointed is the word of the day. I fear I'm ashamed to say that there's nothing worthwhile to report. The suns continue to probe the labyrinth of the ancients. Every day bring new discoveries. Alas, the same cannot be said of the Crystal Tower proper. We've not been able to set so much as a single foot inside it. You will recall how the 8 sentinels stood between us and the labyrinth initially. In like manner, the entryway into the principal spire, Circus Tower, the Allegans called it, is also protected by technology far more advanced than our own. Sid and I have tried every trick we know, but without success. Frankly speaking, we're at a loss. It is discouraging, but we cannot give up. There must be a way in. And so the situation stands, my friend. Though we gain entry into the tower, I fear your talents shan't avail us. It will require time that I am loath to waste, but I have a mind to set my people to scouring each ancient text as we have on hand. Perhaps we can be of assistance. And you are? Be at ease, friends, for we share the selfsame goal. I am Yune, and my companion is called Doga. We are scholars of the Allegan civilization sent by the students of Baldessian to assist in Yune and Doga, rather unusual names for this day and age. I might be forgiven for observing, but I digress. And to be here at the student's behest. We've received nary a word of your coming. Sure you'll not take it amiss if we seem somewhat doubtful. We can only assume that the message failed to reach you due to some mishap. I assure you that we're here to help. Oh, the power in my eye. God. What is it, Graha? Ah, 'tis nothing. There was pain, but it is decided. Oh well, this is rather unexpected. Your right eye is the same as ours. Same? You have the Allegan eye as well. Sanguine hue. It's said to be a trait unique to the Allegans. Yet I inherited it from my father, as he did from his. Only one child in a single generation is born with the eye. All my life I've sought to learn the truth of its manifestation. If there's aught you know, I implore you, tell me. My deepest apologies, but we have no answers for you. Only one thing is certain. Those who possess the trait are bound by fate to Allag. As your eye has placed you upon the path you walk, so too have we come here to fulfill our death and destiny. Absurd though it may sound, it is the truth. Seems to me we have naught to lose by accepting their aid. What say you? That is your wish, so be it. Yet know that I still mean to verify your story with the students of Baldessian when I'm able. First, there will be no objections. Very well. As of this moment, I name Yune and Doga advisory members of Noah. Without further ado, let us have them examine the circus tower entrance. Promise you'll not have cause to regret your decision. Again, I should be much obliged if you were to accompany our new friends to the tower. Biggs and Wedge are presently surveying the 8 sentinels. 2 of them can show you the way. On arrival, pray report to Master Garland. He will brief you on the situation. I shall join you, Canadian. With Hune and Doga's knowledge, along with your uncanny knack for setting events in motion, I am hopeful that we will finally see progress. Cool. So that's where the Une and Doga clones come from, with that one... in that one trash pulling circus tower. Eh? Ha ha ha, goodbye, sir. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, it's just something. Big. Well, if it isn't Canadian, eager to enter Circus Tower and kill everything in sight, no doubt. As I'm sure you've already heard, though, the place is locked up tight as a clam. New friends from the students, you say? Excellent. It's been slow going, or rather no going, for the chief. He'll appreciate the help. If you just follow me, I'll take you to him. Cool. Ah, some old faces to lift the spirit, and a couple new ones besides. Allow me to introduce Yune and Doga. They are scholars of ancient Allag, sent here by our friends of Baldessian to aid in the investigation. We understand you're having trouble circumventing the tower's defenses. 'Tis our hope that we can be of some small assistance. They look so... or Doga looks so friggin' serious. If your attires ought to go by, your assistance should prove invaluable indeed. To begin with, let me tell you where we stand. Beyond rises Circus Tower, the principal spire of the structure collectively known as the Crystal Tower. The only way to get inside is through the proverbial front door, the imposing gate you see here. The problem is we can't get it open. Sealed by some mechanisms whose workings are an utter mystery to us. Having had no success via the orthodox methods, I went at it with everything from a pickaxe to a magitech cannon. Nothing so much as put a scratch on it. For a blessing, the gate doesn't try to reduce us to ashes like the 8 Sentinels, but that doesn't make it any less effective a security measure. It's fiendishly frustrating in its simplicity. The only clue we have is the elaborate device carved upon it. A man and a woman. Expectant Allegan royalty, by my judgment. Precisely who these individuals were, we cannot say. Nor do we know whether the device actually serves a purpose. Like as not, it's purely decorative. If you're thinking to force it, save your strength. No use. Just ask the calluses on my hand. Rest assured, we do not mean to waste our strength. Indeed. Why should we exert ourselves when the gates will open of its accord? Oh, that'll do it. I don't think any of us expected that to happen. 7 hells! What is this? What did you do? What are you? Piercing the heavens and gathering the light, a symbol of mankind's glory and virtue guarded by gates impregnable, only to those of royal blood answerable, exactly as passed down through legend. Beg pardons for interrupting your bewilderment. Couldn't help but notice the remarkable playthings you... Narrow. Still alive. Garland, Garland. If I didn't know better, I would say you weren't happy to see me. Ah, but I jest. In light of our recent meetings, you have every right to be... Rest assured, I am no longer a threat to you. My legion is for all intents and purposes defunct, and my association with it means a tight noose awaits me back in Garlemald. So I've been roaming this land Eorzea, a regular itinerant. In the course of my wanderings, I chanced to catch wind of your latest venture. It sounded positively fascinating, so I decided to come here and join you. After the wrongs you've committed, you think us that gullible? If you are suspicious of my intent, it is only my just deserts. But I am determined to make amends. As a gesture of goodwill, I shall share with you what I know, starting with these 2 characters. As you are doubtless already aware, the Crystal Tower was the symbol of ancient Allag's might and prosperity. Entry was permitted only to royalty and a select few individuals. According to the records I've unearthed, only royal blood can open the gate. In other words, the Emperor and his progeny were living keys. You mean to say that these two are descendants from Allegan royalty? Oh, I suggest nothing so glamorous. Put it plain, they are imitations of royalty. Living keys born of Allegan. Clones, I believe, is the name your creators gave your kind. Is that not so? It would seem that the time for concealment is past. Pray accept our apologies. It was not our intent to deceive. We simply wish to avoid causing undue alarm by prematurely making what many would consider deranged claims. If it please you, let us return to the 8 Sentinels. There is much and more to tell. Huh. Very well. Not quite over yet. 7 hells, do you seriously mean to follow us around? Come, Garland, you know me better than to think that I spoke in jest. What more will it take for us to be reconciled? Gift, perhaps? An elegant tombstone holds the information I just shared with you, and a deal more besides. It used to be the jealously guarded property of the 14th Legion. For now, yours now. Away with it. I look forward to working together, old. Okay. Somebody sent me a link, sorry. You're ready to listen? I'll tell you all. As it pertains closer to your investigation, your leader, Rambros, may wish to be present. Before we begin, pray allow me to apologize again. It's not our intent to deceive you. As you have already gathered, we are not scholars sent by the students of Baldessian. Nay, we are clones, copies of people who once existed, given life through Allegan technology. This is rather a lot to take in. You think, Rambros? If it would not be considered unseemly, might I ask why you and yours were created, and more specifically, what is it that you now seek to do? Answering your questions requires that we revisit Allegan history. Pray bear with us. The Allegan Empire reached its zenith long before our kind came into being. In that glorious age, the Crystal Tower stood tall as the symbol of Allegan pride. Parents took their children there that they might learn how the nigh limitless energy it produced brought prosperity to the whole of the empire. That prosperity, however, bred decadence, and the empire began to show signs of stagnation. This decline was made all the more rapid for want of strong leaders. In a matter of generations, the Allegan civilization became a pale shadow of its former self. Once gleaming cities fell into disrepair, and its frontier lands were given over to the wilderness. Lamenting the pitiful state of affairs, one technologist made it his mission to restore Allag to greatness. Amon was his name. And he believed that the ailing empire wanted for but a potent ruler, and none was more potent than his founding father, whom he sought to resurrect. Founding father? You cannot mean Emperor Zandi. None other. As part of his experiments, Amon created clones of the Emperor's descendants. We are the products of that experiment. Copies of Une and Doga. Historical texts mention the reign of two Allegan emperors named Zandi. It was commonly believed that the second was the namesake of the first. After all, such a custom is not uncommon among royalty and commoners alike. I think that the two were in fact one and the same. Aye, Zandi returned from the grave and assumed his throne once more, and true to Amon's prediction, the Emperor restored his realm to the glory it once knew. Would that he could have been satisfied with that. In his previous life, the Emperor desired to bring the entire world under Allegan dominion, an ambition that ultimately went unfulfilled. Having been granted a second chance, he was determined to succeed. Realizing that he needed more power to wage his war of conquest, Zandi turned his sights towards a forbidden source, darkness. In order to learn how to harness this power, he converted the Crystal Tower into a restricted research facility. Darkness. Again. Seven hells. What is it with megalomaniacal rulers turning to darkness in their lust for power? Well, at least this one won't be bothering us, being thousands of years dead and all. Would that you were right, Master Garland. Alas, Emperor Zandi is very much alive within Circus Tower. He still abides his ambition, burning all the more ardently for his empire's collapse. Wielding the power of darkness requires prodigious amounts of energy that not even the Crystal Tower could produce. In order to augment the shortfall, Dalamud was created and launched into the heavens. On high it hung, gathering the sun's energy and channeling it into the tower below. However, a miscalculation resulted in a surge of energy that escaped into the land. This triggered an earthquake of unprecedented violence, a calamity that ushered in the Fourth Umbral Era. In the blinking of an eye, the mighty Allegan Empire was laid to waste. Yet even as the Crystal Tower was sinking into the earth, the technologist Amon, now Emperor Zandi's closest aide, invoked powerful magics and halted the flow of time. Every soul within the structure, the Emperor included, was placed into a deep slumber. In that state they were to remain until the time was ripe to awaken. That's actually kind of a cool story. They fucking destroyed their own... Well, the Emperor destroyed his own civilization. That's how Dalamud was made? It's all coming together, I think. Eras came and went. After millennia lying dormant, Dalamud was summoned back to the earth. Descent triggered the Seventh Umbral Calamity, in the wake of which the Crystal Tower re-emerged. At that moment, Emperor Zandi reawakened. Is it just Zand? Zanday? It's going to go Zand. In his lust for power, the Emperor consorted with darkness, and was seduced by its corrupting influence. Even though his empire is now little more than a fading memory, he will stop at nothing to see his ambition realized. It is for no other purpose but to put an end to Zandy's madness that we exist. This is the mantle we have inherited from our namesakes, the true Une and Doga. Fearing what might befall the world, the two of them sought to thwart their emperor. They gave unto us their will, that we might carry on their mission should they fall. When we came to our senses within the Crystal Tower, we deliberated a course of action, concluding that we alone could not overcome Zand. We struck out to find a worthy ally. It has taken years, but our search is finally over. He is no ordinary man who can cut a path through the labyrinth of the ancients. With you as our champion, Canadian Bear Lad, we are confident that we can end Zandy's dark ambition once and for all. Well, that'll teach me for speaking too soon. Setting my chagrin aside, I see now why you knew about the students of Eldesian, among a host of other things. You were observing our investigation the whole time. So, what will we do, Canadian? The world's in grave danger again, and it just so happens that you're an expert at saving it. I'll get right on it. You have our eternal gratitude. Together, let us see the Allegan Empire's dark past laid to rest. It has been our mission to recover the long-lost knowledge of the Allegan civilization, but what worth is that knowledge if it means subjecting the realm to peril? Truth be told, it pains me to think that the Tower's secrets may become lost to us, but the greater good must ever come first. Besides, no quantity of ancient relics can compare to our friends Une and Doga, living, breathing Allegans. And so, I hereby declare a change in Noah's objective. Henceforth, we shall direct all efforts towards sealing off Circus Tower. Its dark secrets must never know the light of day. Canadian, as you did for us within the labyrinth of the ancients, I would have you enter the structure and eliminate hostile elements. Suffice it to say, this includes Emperor Zandy himself. Meanwhile, the rest of us shall examine ways to isolate Circus Tower from the outside world. Work then. Wait, there's something I must know. My right eye's like yours. Does this mean... You inherited the trait from your father, you said. Know that clones are unable to bear offspring. You have no cause for concern. The Allegan Eye, you called it, but to us, it is the Royal Eye, owing to the fact that the trait manifests only in those possessed of royal blood. We cannot well explain why the eye runs in your line, but I am disinclined to think it a coincidence. Though you are doubtless impatient to learn the truth, pray have patience, all will be revealed. My apologies if I've given you cause for worry. I'm quite well, I assure you. As you can appreciate, there has been much for me to think on. But now is the time for action, not idle thoughts. Circus Tower awaits us. Your task is to eliminate all hostile elements within the structure, Danny himself included. This will afford us the chance to seal off the facility. Crystal great strength. Oh, my shoulder is mad fucked. Wow. Alright. Use the duty finder to enter the circus tower. Alright. For the lavender beds. This. Ah, I see. Alright. So while I'm waiting, I'm gonna go to Life Point. And I can continue on the main story. Although wait, that's not what I'm looking for. Oh, if it isn't Canadian, the savior of Wineport, to what do we owe the pleasure? Ah yes, we did receive a customer matching that description. He was a delight to behold, to give the woman her due, but her perfume was so ghastly I had no choice but to eject her from the premises, interfering with tastings. She's your quarry, why not consult your blind associate? His olfactory perception is without peer. Given that I could smell the woman from a mile away, I dare say he could smell her from 10. Fair. Hey, you want to know if I've seen a Makote lass by the name of Flamet? I wish. I haven't seen a lass of any description in far too bloody long. Alright. I see you've had many grand adventures since last we spoke, Canadian. You must share them with me sometime. Girl from a while ago? One does not forget a perfume like that. So robust and intoxicating, yet simultaneously familiar. Reminiscent of a bloom native to these parts, in fact. I said as much when we spoke. She complimented my powers of observation, and asked me where she might find some of the flowers. So I told her to follow the road south into Raincatcher Gully, and then head east after crossing the second bridge. Flowers which grew on the shade of the cliff have the strongest scent, you see. If you make haste, you may yet find her there. Alright, well, let's get friggin' going then. Three ow branches. Oh, boo boo. Oh, the scoop was a whore. I'm in your debt, stranger. I did not realize my activities had aroused the Gubu's ire until it was too late. Your oils can be used to make a perfume, you see, and Laman, I don't... Who are you? Whom do you serve? It appears you've already found our woman. Consider me impressed, my friend. Songstress of Ul'dah, I presume. Minfilia, or should I say Asilia, is looking for you. Asilia? You're the very picture of health, my lady. Yet the world thinks you dead. I can only conclude that this was by design. The question is, why? Not everyone who endeavors to find me does so with the best intentions, child. You'll be pleased to know that I fully intend to reveal myself to Minfilia when the time is right. Oh, well that does please me, more than you know, but tell me, the Jorns and the forests of Lenosha aside, when exactly will the time be? When I deem it so. Do you imagine I traveled all this way on a whim? As I was telling your associate prior to your intrusion, I came here to harvest these flowers for use in a perfume. Does that satisfy your curiosity, or would you interrogate me further? My apologies for the interruption. Anyway, now that we all have that which we came for, might we continue this conversation in a safer locale? Wineport, say? This is not at all how I envisioned. I can scarce begin to imagine what emotions will go through Minfilia's heart when she reunites with her mother after all of these years. Lemon has made her peace and is ready to reunite with her adopted daughter. You say my daughter awaits us in Vestford Bay, yes? I've kept her waiting long enough. Let us be off on the next ferry. I can finish fashioning the perfume along the way. Understood. Come with me. It would be my pleasure to escort you to the Waking Sands. Alright, seems like I might have a friend. For a circus tower. Seeing as how the queue is going to take 1 billion years anyway. Antecedent? Have a guess. Lamin? Ilya. I haven't seen her like this in years, Canadian. I never truly believed it when they told me you were dead, but what kept you away for so long? The Imperials came for me, as I always knew they would, and so I resolved to stay as far away from you as I could, lest their pursuit of me endanger you and our cause. I could think of no better way to grant you the freedom to continue our work. And continue it you did, achieving things I would not have imagined possible. I followed your every success and celebrated in secret. So proud of you, Attila. Cilia? I learned from the best. I have a gift for you. Falsetti perfume? You remembered. How could I ever forget? You wore it all the time. If ever I lost sight of you, I could find you again just by following my nose. I did not think it was made anymore. You must have gone to so much trouble. It was no trouble to me, my darling. I fear I cannot say the same for Canadian, however. I would not have made it without him. Thank you, Canadian. Thank you both. No problem, just a few dents in the old armor. Something else. This is the cat's eye I found all those years ago. You kept it? My father was a member of the Alamegan resistance. When I was yet a child, he brought me here to Ul'dah. The accident which claimed his life happened shortly after our arrival. It was Lamin who took care of me then. She raised me as her own, taught me everything I needed to know on how to survive. I'm no stranger to the facts of your history, yet I fear I have failed to grasp their implications. It is clear that there is much I do not know about you and your mother both. One of her first lessons to me concerned mining. I was a very dedicated student. I was a very dedicated. This cat's eye was the first stone I unearthed. It wasn't much, of course, but I was exceedingly proud to have found it nonetheless. So I gave it to Lamin as a gift. She said it was beautiful. But there I am at a loss. Why are you returning this to me? Something amiss? No, Asilla, nothing is amiss. Quite the opposite. I need you to realize how far you've come, and how much farther you must still go. You and your allies have accomplished more than I could ever have hoped. You have succeeded where I failed, and made me so proud that words fail me. But even as I marvel at the woman you've become, and at all the many things you've done, I cannot help but think of that which you have yet to do, and of what it may entail. Asilla, my daughter, you cannot stay here anymore. You and the Scions must leave Ul'dah. You built it once, Cecilia. You can build it again, and this time we'll do it together. Truly? Alphanon, the time has come for the Scions to leave Vesper Bay. We shall establish a new headquarters in Revenant's Toll as you proposed. Much work lies ahead of us. Inform our fellow Scions and send word to the students of Baldessian. Preparations begin at once. Sick. Healer queues. Less than 5 minutes. It is all well and good that we've found ourselves a new home in Revenant's Toll, but there's so much to be done in so little time. Our first step will be to secure the cooperation of the Adventurers Guild representatives there. Were it not for the Guild's considerate efforts, the original Camp Revenant's Toll would never have been established, much less its so heavily fortified successor. However, That construction is still ongoing, the resources in short supply. It seems certain that the guild would require something in return for their support, sympathetic to our cause though they may be. Whatever they ask, I shall not begrudge it. To be plain, we need them more than they need us. Without their assistance, such essential tasks as securing new facilities, cultivating relationships with local merchants, and recruiting adventurers would prove difficult, if not impossible. You need not concern yourself with such matters, antecedent. Really, Alphino, if I need concern myself with anything, it is surely matters such as these. Indirectly, perhaps. I submit that you might instead concern yourself with a different matter, namely, to whom the resolution of such matters might best be entrusted. Here I am, nor do I come alone. May I present the esteemed emissary of the Adventurers Guild at Revenant's Toll. It is an honor, antecedent. Upon receiving word of your intentions from Master Alphino, we thought it best to begin talks at the earliest available opportunity. Know that my associates at Revenant's Toll hold the signs of the Seventh Dawn in the highest regard. We should be honored to welcome your organization. There are, of course, certain provisions which must needs be initiated. If it please you, I would do so. It does. Sir, unless I am much mistaken, you are the one known as Canadian, are you not? May I say what a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance. Slavborn spoke of you in the most glowing terms. To steal an Imperial Reaper and then use it to infiltrate a Garlean castrum is an undertaking few would contemplate and fewer still survive. You shall always be welcome at Revenant's Toll. We hope you will favor us with your presence again ere long. Bye-bye, Alphino. Oh well, it would seem your reputation precedes you, Canadian. Mayhap I should dispatch you to Revenant's Toll with all haste, as first intended. But before that, I dare say you've earned yourself a rest. After all, you've traveled so far, and there's already so much you've done for us, and for me. We will speak again anon. Till then, take care. Okay. I mean, I'm just gonna walk, like, right back into the room. Mission. Oh, cutscene. Our character's just doing some light reading. Fair. Uh-oh. Stinky. Ah, Canadian, were you able to get some rest? I would ask you to come with me into the solar elf when I was just returned, and it would seem there. I mean, I'll accept it. Out of the cutscene. Oh, you're good. You're here. I come bearing news. The negotiations are concluded. Ah, no, fuck. Rip. Well, I will just have to skip ahead to wherever the hell that was. God, that's a lot of people. Let's see. Administrator, yes. Why? Oh, it's been a while since I've murdered anything. Alright, anyway, okay, that guy's got 10k health, I got 9k health. Yeah, I am the weakest tank here by a significant margin. Although with warriors, I mean, just have more health in general. Maybe I'm not that much. Oh, my shoulder's real fucked. I'm gonna go ahead and let somebody else tank this. Just in range. That feels good. Ow. Ooh, the 1k Razor Fallen. Let's go. There we go. That was a dead man. That'll turn into seals. I think I still need seals. Company. Little tanks that I don't know. I doubt I would out DPS the warrior and like actually do anything, but the Doga and Une clones. Cialopolis. Would bear steel against the Emperor? We would. Right. Fun fact, this guy has approximately 770,000 health. Low-level paladin. I think that perfectly encapsulates my feelings on it. Level up. Nobody wants the belts. Give them to me. That guy's got it right. He's a warrior. Figure it out. Ooh. Snipe that other belt. I rolled a 99 on this one. Somebody rolls a need. Which would be a lie because nobody needs this equipment. Not that I would actually care. But still. Daga Forte. And now I know who Amon is. He's the guy who friggin' cloned Zandy in the first place. I am flogged. Snake! 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 Oh, these guys have no idea what's coming. Why? 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 Oh, is Amon just going crazy? Or is it... Okay, no. It's okay. Alright. I don't like it. Whatever that is. Mapping the realm. Circus Tower. You fight valiantly, mortals, but to no avail. Absolute darkness draws nigh. Soon it will be unleashed. Oh, I think we're gonna get you. Or this warrior must be half asleep. He's got hit by like every single AoE that you can get hit by. I mean, it doesn't matter. This is like 500-year-old content. But... I'm gonna go far once. I'm a tank, I don't need damage. Alright. Mine is the power of darkness. Even the stars will spin. Alright. Starfall circle. That's cool. Those aren't stars, those are like meteors. Mist. Oof. Ow. Bro, there's either a bunch of monks or just me and this monk have the same idea of like what we should be doing. Guess there is quite a few monks. Oh, there's only 3. Oof. There's a lot of dead people. Oh my goodness. I mean, I guess I have tank privilege, but I don't think I've been hit by very much either. There we go. Life is a circus. Yes, it is. Life is a circus, and I am a clown. You obtained 50 elegant tomestones of poetics. We did it. We did it. Okay, now I know the truth. Read, need, don't care, don't care, don't care. See you later, guys. Ooh. Canadian. You did it. You defeated Emperor Zandi. Empires may rise and fall, but man's indefatigable spirit ever lives on. Truly, you are the champion we had hoped for. With Emperor Zandi now at eternal rest, his dark legacy may be undone. What are you playing at now, Nero? In case you haven't noticed, Garland, these are dangerous surrounds. Can a man be faulted for exercising due caution? At any rate, you needn't mind me. I'm perfectly capable of looking after myself. Go on and finish what you came to do. There are two ways that we may seal off Circle's tower. Either isolate it from the outside world, or cripple its ability to produce energy. Choice of method is yours to make. Before you proceed, however, Doga and I must needs to attend to a task. That distortion. What is it? The power that Zandi sought to obtain comes from the Void, the world of darkness, our people called it. And the true nature of that power was none other than the armies of Voidsent. Voidsent feed on Aether, as you may already know, and no plane is richer in it than ours. In exchange for their allegiance, Zandi entered into an unholy covenant. He would open a gate through which the Voidsent could freely enter our world. The covenant, I'm afraid to say, is still in effect. However, being of the Emperor's lineage, Yunai and I believe that we can annul it. By his blood, Zandi sealed his dark pact. By our blood, it shall be undone. It is time. Yes, Doga. Finally, we may fulfill our purpose. Maniacal laughter. Oh, be still, my beating heart. For a moment I feared that this outing would end in disappointment, but my readings were not mistaken. Not even the Ultima weapon compares to this. What are you going on about? covenant is everlasting. Uh-oh. And so Mericidia is brought into the fold. Soon all the world shall be united under Allegan rule. And yet, with every dream that becomes reality, the memory of death grows ever more. An endless void bereft of light and warmth. Though I may have defeated death, it did not leave me unscathed. Nay, its ravening claws have scarred my soul for eternity. Never shall I know peace. Beings without will, you cannot fathom my age. Melancholy. What worth is wealth and power when all must inevitably be consigned to nothingness? Man has nothing, he does not know the pain of loss. So let there be nothing. Harvest more power, that the gate may be thrown full open. Let the clouds of darkness come and engulf the world, devouring all life, hopes, dreams. Let all be returned to nothingness. Oh, bad news bears. Canadian, pull yourself together, man. He didn't say man, but I felt it was necessary. No end to them. What in the seven hells is happening? Oh, his evil eye. Ah, not now, damn it. Nice work, Sid. Oof. Oh, wow, he shot that man directly in his face. Narrow. Were they part of your grand plan, too? Save your japes, Garland. I didn't put up with your arrogant face to play with worthless clones. Something controls them. A void scent, and no ordinary one at that. Dota. Uh-oh. Found it. Without them, there's no way to master the darkness. That power is mine. Uh-oh. No! Sid, why would you even care? The covenant shall be honored. I am the cloud of darkness. I shall devour your light and return this world to the bull. Damn it, the rift is gone. What are we supposed to do now? Much as it pains me to leave without them, there's precious little we can do. Let us return to find and consult Rambra. Alright. There we go. World of Darkness. Can I go in there? Oh, you can't. Why not? That's BS. Trash garbage game for babies. All this happened within the tower. God's preserve. The rift that manifests before the throne was a void gate. This I am certain. There exist myriad kinds of void scent. The more powerful the being, the larger the gate must be for it to pass through. It seemed that Xande sought to open a gate of unprecedented proportions, one that would allow his cloud of darkness entry into our world. Fortunately for all mankind, he did not succeed. I shudder to imagine what this void scent is capable of. However dreadful it might be, we can't abandon our friends. There's no way to save them? I'll not lie to you, Master Garland. The situation is bleak. The void scent can enter our world. Instances of men entering the void have never been documented. It pains me to give voice to my fears, but we don't even know whether our friends still live. Damn it, I feel so helpless. No, I refuse to give up. We must save Doga and Une. Share the same eye, 'tis true, but that is not what motivates me. Above all, I wish to help them to fulfill their mission, a mission whose burden they have bore for 1,000 years. Besides, I cannot leave matters as they are. As long as Xande's dark covenant is binding, our world is in danger. It is our duty to prevent that from coming to pass. Raha, ever since meeting Une and Doga, you've not been quite yourself. Tell me true, is all well with your eye? I honestly cannot say. I know only that there is a memory that I must recall. As a child, my father told me that the truth of our eye rests with Alag. The answer eludes me still, but one day I will find it. I'm with Graha. However slim the odds, we must try to save Une. Aye, and that bastard Nero as well, if only to make certain that he won't make any more mischief. You have the right of it. Though we have known them but briefly, Doga and Une are our comrades. Cannot fail them. I shall consult experts, literature both. We're to leave no stone unturned. Alright, Rambros, let's go. Yet know that it may be a while before we're ready to act. I would ask that you all be patient. When dealing with the void, one cannot be cautious enough. My thanks again for your assistance. Pray rest now while you can, for when the time comes to go after our friends, you must be at no less than full strength. We'll save them yet, Canadian. Mark my words. Okay. Alright. World of Darkness. Rambos has furrowed brow and the look of one with ill tidings. Ah, Canadian, it is good you are come. I have news you would be made aware of. Alas, none of it bodes well for us, nor for Une, Doga, and Nero, imprisoned in the Dark Realm. Think back upon our last foray into Circus Tower, if you will. The calamity stirred the place from its long slumber and awoke Emperor Zandi, but you, Canadian, you ensured he was laid to rest permanently. Yet the Emperor had sealed a binding covenant with the terrible void scent known as the Cloud of Darkness. Even as Doga and Une labored to annul this contract, the entity reached through the rift and dragged the pair of them, and Nero, out of our realm. Since that day, Noah has devoted itself to rescuing Une, Doga, and Nero from beyond the rift. Our research, however, has exposed a far more dire problem. The Crystal Tower still acts upon Emperor Zandi's orders, and collects energy to open another void gate even as we speak. Indeed, the place nigh hums with energy. We've done all we can to stop the Imperial Edict, but to no avail. Just as the gate would open only for Une and Doga, so too will the tower only heed those with the royal blood of Alag. It's a most galling design, granted. This was not always so vexatious, according to the elegant tombstone Nero presented us. During the Golden Age of Alog, the royalty had some means of bestowing their blood upon others. If they had such a technology, Aemon and his underlings could never have controlled the Crystal Tower. So if they hadn't had such technology. But we do not have either this art nor any with royal blood. Every moment we wait, a vast rift through which the Cloud of Darkness can enter our realm threatens to open. Such a disaster cannot be allowed to come to pass. We must seal the Crystal Tower and annul Zandi's covenant with the Dark Realm. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I forgot about an energy drink that I left in the freezer to quickly cool it down. But of course, when I went to grab one, I just grabbed one out of the fridge, because by the time I actually wanted one, the ones in the fridge were cold. So I inevitably forgot about the one in the freezer. It didn't explode, thankfully, but it's like pretty much entirely frozen, so very well could have, given like another hour or two. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy this nice Rockstar Pure Zero Fruit Punch energy drink. Oh, that's good. Only breaking the ladder would suffice, but then what of the energy building in the Crystal Tower? Without suppression, that power could discharge and cause a calamity like the one that destroyed Alag. In truth, we have more than just 3 lost compatriots to worry about. If we don't act, the very world could fall before the might of this threat. We know but one way out of this predicament. Rescue those who can control the tower from beyond the Dark Realm and seal the rift shut after them. And mercifully, not all our news is quite so bleak. It is true we cannot stop the Void Gate from manifesting within the tower, but this can be to our benefit. We can use Circus's power for our own purposes and create a portal to carry us into the Dark Realm. So it's time to go kick some Void Sent ass. We've heard this is possible from a man of the Thaumaturgus Guild well versed in otherworldly matters. And with Master Garland working to create said portal, the final preparations are well underway. Ah, and here comes the man himself. Canadian, just the man we need. Yes, our fellowship is indeed complete, and all parties privy to our strategy, and you, Master Garland. How fares your endeavor? Quite well. The device is nearly ready, though attaching the damnable thing to Circus Tower took every ounce of ingenuity the Ironworks has got, but it should produce the energy we need. Just a little more fine-tuning, we can open a rift. I'm here to request your presence at the tower. I'll leave Biggs and Wedge at the 8 Sentinels as guides. Do hurry, Canadian. I'm sure you wouldn't miss another chance to save the world, would you? Of course not. It's what I do, apparently. Well, Sid certainly seems to have a firm hand on this, on the helm. Shall we make our way to Crystal Tower? No, why not? Oh, that was weak. Little baby burp. Little eyeball. Canadian, I'll bet you're here to watch us pry open the rift between worlds. We're almost ready. Circus Tower is full of engineers scurrying around and making adjustments. Dealing with a lot of power, and if a single coupling off, well, boom. But it should be fine, really. Anyway, you'd best wait at the top. Chief is there overseeing the whole operation. You know, actually, if the tower is gonna, like, explode, I want to be at the bottom, preferably very far away from it. Oh, what did I do to my shoulders? Oh. My God. I can feel the heat. Oh, and the joints. Like there's a fucking flail in each of my shoulder joints. My friends, you've arrived. Just waiting for my engineers to give the signal. Then we'll see if we can't open a gateway to another world. Oh, sick. Is this the Isekai fucking, like, arc of the Final Fantasy? Let's go. Can't wait to have a harem. This is gonna be sick. Is there something amiss, Graha? Oh, it all makes sense now. You know, he's got the evil eye. You know, this is the anime arc for Final Fantasy. This is perfect. Ah, Emperor Zandy's throne. How the mighty have fallen, eh? Once it stood as a symbol of Alag's art and power. Now it's nothing more than an empty chair. Just imagine if Alagan's civilization had lived on, and a just emperor sat upon the throne. How different would our history be? How much farther would we have advanced? Unfortunately, there's no stopping Zandy and his ambition. There were those who tried. Zandy's War of Dominion left no one unscathed. Unable to abide the horrors inflicted upon the people, warriors young and brave took up the sword against Alag. These men and women became the beacons of hope to those who had suffered, not unlike the warriors of light in our age. But all this merely hastened the destruction. Just as they moved toward Alag's heart for the kill, Zandy lashed out in anger and frustration, as trapped beasts are wont to do. In his desperation, Zandy desired that a great rift be opened to hasten the cloud of darkness's coming. To this end, he commanded the sun's power held within Dalamud be emptied into Circus Tower at once. The act bore terrible consequences. The tower only withstood the blast by flooding the land below with energy. Circus was swallowed by the very earth upon which it once stood. Fourth umbral calamity. I've learned of its cause from Une and Doga. I had no idea that rebellion incited Xandi to rashness, though. Your knowledge of elegant history is astounding, Graha. While a man could study for 2 lifetimes and only learn half of what you know. Mayhap. It's strange, though. I cannot seem to remember where I learned such things. Yes. Ah, Biggs, are you ready? Ready and raring to open up that void gate, Chief. We reckon when this machine's up and running, she'll be able to float 5 airships the size of the Agrius. So just give us the word and we'll start channeling energy into the tower. Good. Then let's get started. Our preparations are complete. Everyone, step away from the throne. Kinda sick on it. Alright, let's see what this machine can do. Now, Biggs. Ooh, humming. Oh, we're going in. Ah, a rift to the world of darkness, as Une called it. Splendid work, Master Garland. We can't break out the meat just yet. The tough part's still ahead. We've broken into the dark realm, but the gate's not all that stable. And it won't stay open forever. Only a few can use it. I, for one, will remain here to ensure the void gate stays open. As with the sons of St. Koinak, this rift is our sole path to salvation. If it closes, we are all truly lost. Which leaves Canadian, my friend. 'Tis a heavy burden I must task you with, but there are none more able. Pray lead the adventurers beyond the rift. I do not know what awaits you, save the cloud of darkness and our 3 comrades, but you must go, for the fate of the world now rests upon your shoulders. It's all in a day. Guys, I'll get this knocked out in 20, 30 minutes. This is our only gambit. I have every faith you will succeed. It will be no small feat to return after you've passed beyond the rift. Make certain you are prepared before leaving. Okay. Can I have a moment of your time, Canadian? There's a matter of import we must needs discuss ere you leave. Do we just leave this here? You guys aren't like... You guys aren't worried about that? Okay. Canadian, I wish to speak to you about my eye. As you are no doubt aware, 'tis a trait seen only amongst Allegan royalty. Long I have pondered why such is my inheritance. Sanguine hue must have some bearing upon my destiny. This much Doga himself admitted, but what? In truth, the more I learn of the Crystal Tower, the less I am myself. Somehow meeting those 2 clones has wrought great change in me. I'm consumed with remembering something. Something ancient, but ever important. And my father's words echo in my mind. Self-same ones his father told him. The truth of our eye rests with Allag. Mayhap what I wish to remember, and these words are related. Mayhap not, but I know I must learn the truth that history hides from me. I would see this journey, our journey, through to its very end with eyes. So I implore you, allow me to join you beyond. Okay. You have my thanks, my friend. Now, let us venture into the world of darkness to save our comrades and our realm. Okay. Get her done then. Let's see. Still logged in? So, world of darkness? Question mark? Your GM. Okay. That was a lot of cutscene. Okay, so new cutscene. How much do we done? Yeah, okay, so pretty much Alphino wants her to delineate more tasks instead of insisting on doing them herself. He then reinforces this by like actually doing good when you're close to somebody. Yeah, I'm a freaking hero. This guy loves me. Billy is like, haha, reputation precedes you. And then my character goes off to stare blankly at a table, pretending he's reading a book for a while, because let's be honest, you've seen my character, we both know he can't read. A Canadian, were you able to get some rest? I would ask you to come with me to the solar. Alphino is waiting for us. Cool. Alright, this is back where we were. Character's like, oh, finally somebody kill something with a sword. Sick of pretending to be. Old Gary just wants beans. Earn the beans by killing people. You're here, good. I come bearing news. The negotiations are concluded, and our friends at the Adventurers Guild have agreed to furnish us with new facilities and material support in exchange for our assistance in the ongoing defense and development of Revenant's Toll. Scions of the Seventh Dawn shall have a new home in Mordona, the Rising Stones. A bittersweet victory, if truth be told. I cannot deny that I had come to look forward to Tartaru's tales to our many guests. I had come to look forward to Tartaru's tales of our many guests and their many, many demands. From the waking sands to the rising stones, passably poetic. That wasn't your doing, was it? I too have news to share. In expectation of this momentous day, I personally informed the Alliance leaders of our plans, and they have each pledged their full support, General Raubon included. Moreover, I have decided that the time is right for us to cast off the vestiges of our Order's veil of secrecy and announce ourselves to the world. Are you sure that is wise, antecedent? If anything, it is a mere formality. Our existence is quite possibly the worst-kept secret in Eorzea. Let us affirm our identity, proclaim our achievements, that all may know what the Scions of the Seventh Dawn stand for. Alright, you know, that was pretty clever. That was pretty funny. Papa Lebo. Well, obvious risks apart, it would be nice to receive a little more recognition. And the people have a right to know who saved them. It is my hope that this gesture will encourage the people of Eorzea to place their trust in us. I would reveal to them the true extent of our power, yes, but in doing so I would show them that it is a power accountable to no one, and at once to all. And what of us? We who have felled primals and faced down the Empire, and to you, my fellow Scions, I would say this: prepare for the challenges which lie ahead, for they will be great indeed. I fucked up. She's probably just like, yeah, let's get going, man. And thank God for that, quite honestly, because the Waking Sands is quite possibly the worst place ever. The only place that they probably could have put this that would have been more annoying is, like, the Isles of Umbra, or, like, behind one of the Beast Tribe areas. Must be some way I can... Wait, this area is said to be rich in minerals. Maybe I should ask Flamen to teach me the basics of mining, too. Alright, Tataru, you get your shit going. They still logged in. They are still logged in. Discord, perhaps. Alright, one moment. Alright, I am still streaming, just forewarning. But, would you perhaps want to do World of Darkness?
I just said sure in chat, Arthur.
Rip. Well, I put in the World of Darkness question mark like 10 minutes ago, so I wanted to check.
Oh, I didn't realize that was 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I was making food.
Ah, see, that's way more important than doing World of Darkness. But yeah, no, if you're good with doing that, I'll pop down again.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah. I'll just queue up then. I'm just, like, doing main story as I'm doing it, which is why I was complaining about being in the middle of a cutscene. When we got pulled into the last one, I was like, shit, there's absolutely no way. I knew I had lots of cutscene left on that last one.
Yeah.
Alright. I will throw us in queue.
Okay.
Setting such mysteries aside, I have a task for you. I would like you to deliver these documents to Slathborn. They concern our forthcoming move. Do take care on the road and represent us well, Canadian Bearman. Canadian Bear Lad. Canadian? They just called me Canadian. It's fine. Anyway, now that I have confirmed that I can in fact queue up for World of Darkness, we'll do that as well. And then I'm going to move to good ol' Revenant's Toll. Hey, Slathborn, how's it going, my guy? I was told to expect a Scion, but I didn't expect it to be you. It's been far too long, Canadian. You have something for me, yes? Here. Let's see, now, yes, everything appears to be in order. You'll be staying with us for a while, yes? Would that we had a dozen more like you. Since we don't, though, we'll just give you the work of a dozen men. Aha, I jest. For some reason, I don't think you're actually joking that much. Possibly a primal. Slathborn would show you around the Scion's soon-to-be home in Revenant's Toll. Son of a bitch! Work of a dozen men, I see. I just appreciate an important man such as yourself taking the time for this menial task, but since you're here, mayhap I know only looking around to Scion's new home. May get a bit of raucous at times, but I imagine... Son of a bitch. Received grim tidings from Gadonia. It would appear that our aid is needed there. Is everything quite alright, friend? Okay, so pretty much we got another primal. House Totteru. Adeline. Read. 90. Sure that you can. Here. Ah. No. The world of darkness. I love the music here. Trying to get like a nice balance where it's not going to explode your drums when I hit something. Oh yeah, I suppose I'm a tank, eh? Forgot that I actually had to do stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and do that because I am not getting healed. Holy shit, I am so lucky that I popped that. My assumption is that, okay, that person is actually in worse gear than me. Ah, that warrior's got it. He seems confident. Seems like he knows what he's doing. Blue. I need a red. I'm gonna hit with that one. Oh, I'm dead. That was Doom, I assume? Yeah, that must have been. I wasn't paying attention. My bad. Oh, yeah, it was cool. I'm gonna, like, use a good cooldown. Can a guy get a heal? For slaps? There we go. Maybe those things just do a lot of damage. Didn't have both of them. Aha, this is where I blow sprint. I'll be first. Ah. Your sprint will run out before mine. Pussy. I'm winning. Oh. That's cheating. You're cheating. Hey. Come on, boys. Oh. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Well, whatever. Finish the combo. And... Haha, it's garbage. It's trash. It is nothing. That's gonna be interrupted. We ain't dealing with that. I don't think there's any real ads during this fight. I don't know why I did that. Seeing the full part is when I don't know what that is. All I know is I don't want to be near it. Ow. That wasn't far enough away. Yeah, no real tank mechanics for me. That's fine. This is a pretty cool vista. I actually really like it. fucker. Oh, you fucker. A for ads, B for belly, C for chains. That's what it used to be. Being a member of A for ads, my job is probably going to be do that. Alright, this warrior should out DPS me now. I'm just gonna keep my tank stance on in case I need to grab some. Okay, Cerberus breaks his chains. I am so low. Please, for the love of God, help me. Ow, that fucking hurt. Whew. This fight make my bum hurt. Ah, yeah. One resist down. That hurts my ass. No thank you. Ow. Breaks his chains. Annihilation. Technically that's my dog. Come on, Wolfsbane. There we go. That fight takes forever. But that's okay. We're big chillin'. I think this is World of Darkness. Ooh, cutscene. Alright, World of Darkness, you Final Fantasy whatever. Who disturbs the gloom out mortals from the realm of light? You have not stumbled here without purpose. I am the cloud of darkness. What I do not smother, I devour. What I cannot devour, I destroy. The covenant is everlasting. All mortals before the flood of darkness will sink into the void. Oh, we fighting. Look at how wide it is. Okay, that wide. I remember some basic mechanics from this fight. The rest of them are kind of a mystery to me. Although I did 90% of this on Samurai, so like, I just had like a different set of objectives most of the time. That person is very not alive. Oh, am I the... Oh, look at that, I am. Ah! Oh, flood of darkness. Wow, that is a whole bunch of ouch. To the 1 or 2 people that are in there? Yikes. Oof. Get out of the middle, you crazy bastards! Bwah! Yeah, dying Rinse Niagara was pretty hard. Run! Arrows! Explosion! Meteor! Oh, I love Meteor. Oh, Meteor is so cool. You are undone. The world of darkness complete. That is legitimately better than my armor. Hand it over. Come on now. There you go. Where in the seven hells are they? Without them to stem the energy in the tower, our defeat of the cloud aids our cause little. Doga, Hune, can you hear me? Nero! Must you be so infernally loud? So clean to attract more void scent. I don't blame you for missing my company. I think the 12, you are all right. As all right as can be expected, Hune is simply passed out. Nero, by the gods, what happened to you? Alas, his wounds were too deep, allowed this foul place entry to his body. Now the darkness claws at the aether of his very form, that we could have protected him. The cloud of darkness was bound by Zandy's unholy covenant to bring prosperity to Allegan royalty. The same blood that sealed this contract gives us a measure of protection. I say a measure, for this vow does not protect us from other void scent. The cloud imprisoned us here precisely to unleash fiends upon us. We would have been dead had Nero not defended us so valiantly. Mistake not my actions for kindness. I have use for you yet in Eorzea, and simply couldn't let harm befall you here. Where... Une, you're safe. Our friends have come for us. Have they? And perhaps, Doga, there is yet hope we may fulfill our purpose. Mortals, you have dared to challenge me, and now must feel my wrath. Did you think to destroy me in my realm? Here I am eternal. I will smother your light and entomb your bones amongst my shadows. Are we truly so powerless here? As long as we fight the cloud in this realm, I fear so. And yet, though we may not be able to destroy it, this may be our chance to stop it. If we strike now whilst the cloud can barely hold her form, mayhap we can sever Xandi's covenant. Yes, enrage the bridge between the Crystal Tower and this foul place once and for all. Canadian, Graha, you must flee. You and Doga mean to stay here? It is madness. You must return with us. No one but you can save the world from the threat of the Crystal Tower. Uh-oh. What is this trickery? Your blood. You too gain protection from Xandi's blood. Ahatia, you are possessed of royal blood. That is why the royal eye runs in your line. 'Tis a gift you have inherited. Graha, you have been granted authority over the Crystal Tower. I had thought time would consume all of Allied that was. That a man should still live with his forebears' blood in this age can be no coincidence. Some person must have planted this gift in your line, and used the highest of Allegan technology to do so. True, the Crystal Tower is not like to recognize you as Allegan, not as you are now, but your royal eye bespeaks a simple truth. Within you dwells one feeble glitter that will illuminate all. Light of hope. But how should I use this light? Pray, tell me. We must gain control of the Crystal Tower. Share our blood with you, Graha. The effects will be but ephemeral, will bolster the Allegan presence within you. This is our gift to you, that you may fulfill your destiny. All with the Royal Eye are bound by fate to Allag. Our part in this journey is to bury Xandi's dark ambitions in the past. This was the true Une and Doga's purpose, one we have carried into the future. Know that as long as this light of hope survives in you, our souls will still remain, even if our bodies are lost. You must leave us as well, Nero, or we could not live up to your expectations. I must return to you what was yours, though. Dropped it whilst defending us. What you seek by this instrument may not be possible, Nero, but do not give up. There are many other paths that await you. Of course they do. Doga, Une, I thank you. We shall never forget you. Now, Canadian, Nero, let us quit this place. You shall not escape me, impudent children of light. No, you shall not escape us. Here Zandy's bloodstained dreams of glory end. There, the glint of light. It's growing faint, then the bridge between realms grows fragile by the Covenant's annulment. That light dies, we are stranded here. Hurry. Nero, no! You must move! Leave me. I don't need you. If I die here, it'll be because I bloody well decided to. I failed to master darkness. I'll not suffer watching a green boy master the tower. Do what you will with it, but remember me, son of Allag. I am Neril Tolskeva, the man who will yet outdo Allag and Garland. That was what you hoped to. May the Crystal Tower again be a beacon of hope for mankind. Go, damn you. You know, we could have just grabbed him and ran. We wouldn't have done all this talking. Must move onward. This is not where I come to rest. But how did... Those damn clones did it after all. Now, onwards. Ah! You owe me, Nero. The hells I do. Where did I get this coat? You were returned unharmed. Thank the gods. When that void gate started to close, I'd never felt so powerless in all my life. We were running about like madmen trying to keep the gate open, and then the chief actually went and dived in. But if you're all Where are Una and Tuka? They're not... I will miss the two of them dearly, but I'm happy they fulfilled their purpose. We who live on must still attend to the Crystal Tower, though now have no one able to seal it. That's not true, my friend. Une and Doga have entrusted me with their blood. I can now control the Crystal Tower. Raha! Yes, I can see it in your eyes. Good. Then let us put an end to this and seal away the tower. I understand your instinct, Rambros, but please, give us a moment to rest. I am weary to the bone. Nero and Canadian have both emerged from a long battle. Of course. Have the right of it. Come, we shall leave this place for a spell and repair to St. Coinax Find? Retreat? Is that perhaps? Am I just not understanding the sentence? Or did I read it wrong? No one but you could have succeeded in the world of darkness, Canadian. Would that I could have been of more use beyond the rift. As it stands, I was but a vessel for Doga and Une's blood. Have I remembered what I wish to? Yes. Something has come back to me. Gaining royal blood and witnessing true bravery has reminded me of my forebear's dearest wish. But we need not speak of these things now. Not my place to keep you. Pray go on ahead of me. There is something small I would do before I return. Could not have asked for a better comrade. Only I could have been a part of your adventures for longer, Canadian. Alas, fate dictates I have a different role to play. A wish hidden for millennia and brought to light by the good people of Noah. Now, finally, is my time to see it. I'm not allowed to do glamour plates? Right? That's stupid. I'm assuming I can hear. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. How to find out? There we go. All better. That really is a big fuck-off tower. Cannot express how glad I am to return safely, Canadian, and with the means of dispelling the threat of the Crystal Tower for good. Rest, if you will, and then let us free ourselves from the specter of the Allagans. I trust you've rested, my friend. Good. I wish to seal the tower now, but there's something we must do first. Let me summon the others and hear in full what happened beyond the rift. So, the Allagan eye that runs in G'raha Tia's line does mean that royal blood flows in his veins? Well, it is not so odd to think his forebears gained it via ancient technology, but who imbued his family with the blood, and for what purpose? Mayhap all this was fate. Discovering the tower to G'raha's gaining Une and Doga's blood? G'raha said anything. For that matter, where is G'raha, and what of Nero? Not sure about our resident Hestero, but Nero left the tower with me. Where he's vanished to since, I cannot say. But knowing him as I do, I don't believe he'll scheme against us for the time being, though he is still Nero. Canadian, you say G'raha stayed behind at the Crystal Tower. Wonder if he even now prepares to seal the place off. Master Rambos! Master Rambos! Is G'raha Tia, sir. He came into the Crystal Tower and began ordering researchers out. What? Why would he do such a thing? I don't know, sir, but he was quite insistent. He all but bodily forced me out of the gates. I suppose it's possible that he told one of the others, but I wasted no time in finding out. I thought it best to hasten here and ask your guidance. Very well, let us go and speak with these researchers, and get to the bottom of this queer business. Master Garland, Canadian, please come with me. No doubt G'raha means to seal off the Crystal Tower, but it worries me that he did not bring a word of his plan to us. God. Rocket car. Let's go. Whee. And then what's next? Let me guess. The stupid eyeball. Oh no, fat chocobo. Sick. Run, fat chocobo, run. What in the world was Graha thinking, demanding that we leave the tower? No, don't you want to know why? I wish I knew that myself. Of course he would tell me nothing, but he will be honest with you, sir. I'm certain of it. Alright, well, into the fucking tower I go then, I guess. Door closes? Go no further, my friends. The doors will close ere long. You are of a mind to seal the tower, Graha. I know time is of the essence. All I ask is a hint of your plan. Please come here so we can discuss this. No, my apologies. Cannot. Come, man, what is this nonsense? Is aught amiss? Surely we can help. Not this time, my friend. Just as Une and Doga fulfilled their destiny, so too must I fulfill mine. My blood has awakened me to this fact. As my father told me, the truth has always lain with Allag, or rather, was there the wish I must grant was born. You see, not all the world perished in Zandi's calamity. Survivors stood amidst the ruins of Allag, looking to the Crystal Tower, but it was nowhere to be seen. Yet they hoped its spires would again dominate the land, and prayed that the Crystal Tower would be a beacon of hope to people everywhere. Word of this soon reached the only member of Allag's royalty to outlive the Empire, Princess Selena. Selena was moved by the people's dearest wish. She used the very best of Allag's technology to give her blood and memories to he whom she trusted most. That man was my forebearer. For millennia we waited. Allag's art and ingenuity faded. Our royal blood grew thin, but before the last drop could vanish from the realm, memory of all of this returned to me. And now I must fulfill the wish of the tower will shine forth as a new beacon of hope. Ah, the Crystal Tower's strength poses too great a threat to Eorzean now. We would need technology as advanced as Allag to use it correctly. As things stand, we barely understand the tower's working. Hell, we may never fully comprehend them. As you say, Sid, we could wait for someone someday to reach the same heights as Allag, but by then we'll have lost the royal blood and the means to control the tower. But what if I do as Aemon did? Put the tower into a deep sleep. What? You cannot mean that. I am deadly serious, Sid. The tower may only be used once men rival the Allagans in knowledge. I will slumber within Circus Tower until then. Greet those with the means to open the gates. Then I will guide them, and thus will the tower shine forth as a beacon of hope it was meant to be. It is the only way to make the wishes of the ancients come true. Future is where my destiny awaits. But yours lies outside of these doors. Go. Create a future where hope reigns, and the tragedies of the past are but memories. No one but you can accomplish such things. Nothing we say will make you change your mind, will it? Onwards to a brighter future. It won't be easy, of course, but that's exactly why we'll do it. We'll catch up with that egg, just you wait. We'll cover all that lost ground before you even know it. Well said, Wedge. It'll only be a few years before we come knocking, Graha, and then you're in for a rude awakening. You shall be witness to Noah's accomplishments. Pray, keep alive our successes, and forgive us our failures, and may we meet again, my friend. Keep you till then, Rambrose. I will look forward to learning of your exploits. And you, Canadian, I know history will remember you. No doubt your heroism will be the star by which I chart my course when I awake. Well, now I must rest. Crawling so much has put me in the mood for sleep. Farewell, my friends. I eagerly await a future born of your courage and the ancients' wish. Well, let's go fuck things up elsewhere. Later, Graha. He looks like the guy. Oh, God. What's his name? Maybe who played Green Goblin in the older Spider-Man. Crystal Tower slumbers again. Then he's too quiet for my taste. Bye, Sid. Put all this at my back. Possibility beckons. Bound to follow. A new dawn has come for me. Report to Rambrose. That was good. That was genuinely good. You just gonna go sleepy until we figure out how to not be shitters. Samurai, guaranteed. All dead. Yeah, that should be the end of the Crystal Tower storyline. Take it. You've just missed Sid, Canadian. There's much that it needs attention. Needs his attention if he is to fulfill Graha's wish, it seems. This is not the end of Noah, no matter how lonely St. Coinan's find has become for our friend's departure. We must all walk in different directions now. Remember that we labor for a brighter future, lit by Graha's beacon. Building the Crystal Tower was but the first step. Farewell, my friend. May our paths cross again. May they indeed. By speaking with Ciel at St. Coinac's Find, you can accept a quest that allows you to trade items obtained by repeating the Crystal Tower Alliance raid. Here's something I can help you with. Why not? Alright, speak with Tataru. Okay, well that's the 24 men for this one done. The next time I'll have to do that is Heaven's Ward when the next 24 men. That was pretty good though. The Crystal Tower storyline is pretty legit. I definitely know why they revisit that one later. Well, from what I understand, there's an entire fucking expansion about it, so yeah. A messenger from the Twin Adder came from the Waking Sands while you were in Mordona. I wasn't privy to his conversation with the antecedent, but I did see the look on her face after he took his leave. Something is definitely amiss. Could it be that the exile of someone Garuda again, or mayhaps Imperial forces have been sighted in the Shroud? Well, whatever it may be, I'm absolutely certain it's nothing you can't handle. Now go and ask the antecedent if there's anything you can do. Thanks, Tataru. I'm glad at least you have faith in me. Everybody in me. I guess I'm like Superman, but somehow stronger. I knew this day would come, yet I prayed it would not come so soon. We have reason to believe that another primal, or an entity resembling one, has been summoned in Gridania. Shit. Is this Leviathan or Ramu? Thine arrival is customarily timely, Canadian. The etheric waves leave little room for doubt. Thy talent will be needed ere long. There be truth to my suspicion, 'tis a familiar foe we face, even though quite unlike the Lady of the Vortex. We do not draw conclusions without evidence, but as Urianger says, the readings bear a strong resemblance to one observed more than 5 years ago. Though I had hoped the Moggles guard beyond such follies. Uh-oh. No, is this good King Moggle? Suffice to say the disturbance warrants a full investigation. Good King Moggle, good King Mog, ruler of all the land. I was so excited for that shit, dude. Thy present hath been requested by Commander Horlo. He awaiteth thee at the Adder's Nest. Fucking good King Moggle. Let's go. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure she mentioned the Mog's Guard, which would be the Moogles. I didn't think that was actually part of the main quest line. Although, admittedly, how the fuck would I know? Oh my god. Okay. Alright. Vorsail Horlo. Hulo. Horlo. Whatever. Pleasure to see you as always, Canadian. Thank you for answering my summons. Quite frankly, I could think of no one more qualified to, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Allow me to explain. Level 70 weapon coffer? $70? Why 70? Not long ago, the Moogle Kuplokop visited the Elder's Nest to request an audience with the Elder Seedseer. Spoke of an imminent threat to all Moogle kind, one which would imperil the entire Twelves would have left unchecked. You proved an able ambassador to the Sylphs, and we would have you reprise the same role for our dealing with the Moogles. The rest you should hear from Kuplokop himself. He awaits you with the Elder Seedseer at the Lotus Stand. Oh, item level 70. I thought it was level 70. I was very concerned. Or confused, rather. I don't know why that would concern me. Anyway, point is, we're going to the Conjurers Guild. Let's go. The other Scions have already arrived, sir. I show you in. Yes, of course. I think this is the first time we've gotten to walk around this. Maybe I'm wrong about that. You are vastly inferior to Final Fantasy XII Moogles. I just want to let you know. It's Moogle. Please, you have to stop them, but you mustn't kill them. They're not bad Moogles, Kupo. They're just misguided. A gentle no. Firm thrashing is in order, yes, but no. Calm yourself, Kuplokop. Can you not see that he hasn't the faintest idea what you're talking about? Be quiet this instant. Pray forgive his witless outburst, sister. Most grateful I am that you have come, Canadian, and upon such short notice. Truly, Gridania could not wish for a more stalwart ally. But you are doubtless eager to know wherefore we summoned you. Our friend Kuplokop has brought us news of the most unsettling development. It would seem that good King Mogglmog the Seventh has returned to Eorzea. Curious thing to hear, I know. Truth to tell, I myself cannot say for sure if he is a genuine figure from history or some manifestation of Moogle mythology. Kuplok here would have me believe the former. Once upon a time, we Moogles served the gods in the heavens. It was quite nice up there, unspeakably beautiful and imaginably spacious, and with a literal endless supply of wine, Kupo. In spite of this, or possibly because of the last part, the gods eventually became discontented and started squabbling, which made life jolly difficult for the poor Moogles. The good King Mogglmog VII, may his glorious name live forever, decreed that the time had come to leave Kupo. The realm of man would suffice, he said, though all the Moogles should live there instead. Unfortunately, the two realms are so far apart that we couldn't safely fly down, but good King Mogglmog VII, may his miraculous foresight ever be praised, knew exactly what to do, Kupo. He had a rope, you see, the longest one ever woven. This he nobly held while his subjects climbed all the way, down to the world below. And that is how we Moogles came to this land, Kupo. All of us except good King Mogglmog the Seventh. The 12th? The 12th. It's the 12th. X is a 10. May his courageous sacrifice never be forgotten. He alone would remain in the heavens, so that Moogle kind might at last know peace. Except that he has not remained in the heavens. From what I understand, that being your reason for contacting us, yes? I'll bet he tied a rope to something. Good thinking. Remind me again what the problem was with him returning to Eorzea. Problem, Ida, lies in the fact that he was summoned. It is our belief that good King Mogglmog XII is a myth made manifest via means akin to those employed by the beast tribes in the summoning of their gods. Wait, you're saying a handful of Moogles with a boatload of crystals wished really, really hard and he just sorta appeared. Would that even work? What I cannot fathom is why they would even try. With Garuda humbled and the ultimate weapon destroyed, what new threat could have prompted them to take such drastic measures? Might that not in itself be the answer? Twice in the last half-decade, Eorzea has been brought onto the very brink of destruction, only to be spared at the last by the heroics of a chosen few. To you who braved those tempests and survived by virtue of your own strength, this latest period of peace will doubtless seem a welcome respite. But to those who had not the power to defend themselves, who were spared only by another's grace, this is merely the calm before the storm. I think the Mughals are afraid of what tomorrow will bring, and that things may not end so well as they did yesterday. That fear has driven them to call upon a greater power, one they believe can be relied upon to protect their loved ones and their homes, come what may. I assure you, the Mughals only want to protect the forest from outsiders, but ever since the return of good King Mogulmog XII, may his boundless grace fill our hearts with love, they've started to get a little carried away, Kupo. Verging on a lot, in fact. Like the sylphs who summoned Ramu, you mean? We cannot discount the possibility that this entity is influencing the Mughals in a manner similar to that of a primal. We share the same concern. Whoever or whatever the king may be, it is our belief that he poses a threat not only to Mughal-kind but to Gridania as a whole. Thus do we beseech you, Canadian, confront good King Mogulmog XII and drive him from our midst. Alright, I'll go kill a Mughal. I don't even like these Mughals. Like... Ugh. I don't know. I think the Mughals of Final Fantasy XII are better. The sanctuary of the Mughalsguard and their liege lord is concealed by magical wards. Brother E. Sumiyan of the Conjurers Guild will doubtless be able to offer insight on how they might be dispelled. Pray seek his counsel ere you proceed any further. Oh, it's like there's a knife under my shoulder blade. Jesus. Oh. God. We want to be a conjurer. No, not particularly. Welcome, Canadian, welcome. That you should be the one to face good King Mogulmog XII is of great comfort to me and the elementals both. As I'm sure you know, the Mughals are not by their nature a warlike race, yet should the king be suffered to remain, it is like that his influence will bring about a change in them. Thus does it behoove us to defeat him quickly before any lasting damage is done. Make whatever preparations you deem necessary and inform me when you are ready to seek the king. Sure. Oh, is this Amdapur? Oh, this is an extra. I will accept this. Brother Yusumian will unfold the secrets of good King Mogulmog. Wards barring access from the King's Sanctuary can only be nullified through the use of enchanted keystones, the selfsame method employed 5 years ago when first the king was summoned to Eorzea. It was with great regret that we were forced to sanction the slaying of the Guardians, who then held the keystones, for none were in our possession at the time. By the grace of the Elementals, however, we have been spared that burden on this occasion. Kuplacop confided in me that he had been entrusted with a set of keystones by the Mughalsguard themselves, yet wishing not to betray their confidence, he begged me to find some other means to gain entry to the King's Sanctum. Alas, I've been able to do so, and dare not labor any longer, for fear that the Mughals might succumb to the corrupting influence of their liege lord. We must needs have Kuplacop's keystone, Canadian. Pray go to him and beg his assistance. He awaits you at the West Shore Pier. Impress upon him our great need, and I am certain he will yield. What the fuck? Oh, there's a bunch of fucking hackers under the ground. Sick. That's been happening a shit ton lately. Where is that? Lancers Guild? You have selected Regicide. I'm going to max the music. When this fucking gets in there. So, how will you do it, Kopo? Oh, he told you about that. Well, if there's truly no other way, I'll do it, Kopo. Take the ferry to Sweet Bloom Pier. I'll go on ahead. Purchase passage to Sweet Bloom Pier. Don't make me hurt you. Don't you dare lie to me, Kupo. I know what you're planning, and I won't allow it. Open your eyes, Kupo. The king will never be satisfied, no matter how many crystals you bring him. Get out of here. I'll kill each of you. He offered you a choice, and this is how you repay us? By consorting with this Hur, Uriels, Gridanians, Sylph, you're no different from the rest of them. Actually, you're worse, Kupo. Traitor to his kinsmoogles. He plots treason against the crown. Enough. Kuplakop will answer for his crimes soon enough, as will all who will defy the good King Mogulmog the 12th. May he reign forevermore, Kupo. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy killing this Moogle. And all those Moogles. Boy, Kuplakop is just fucking hanging out here. The king is planning to purge the 12th wood of his enemies, Kupo. We've got to stop him before it's too late. The entrance to Thornmarch is deep within the Bramble Patch, Koopa. Take me there, I can nullify the ward, but be warned, the Moogles guard has set traps to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them, so you'll need to protect me, Koopa. Escort Kuplakop safely to the warded entrance. Should you fail to defend him or move too far away, he will return to Sweet Bloom Pier, where you may rendezvous with him before trying again. Sick. Time for murder. Oh, right, go ahead. You gonna follow me? Oh, he is gonna follow. A malevolent squirrel. That easy, Koopa. Murder. Oh my goodness, okay. Get out of here. Shit. Oh. Oh my god. I think I violently ejected half my bones with that sneeze. Oh. Yike. Singular yike. No. Or wouldn't it work? It doesn't matter. I wanted to. What's going on? Oh, oops. We're here, Kupo. I didn't see any beasts. Do you? You ready to face the king, Kupo? Then step closer to the ward. Raise your hand and focus, like into an aetheryte, Kupo. I'll open the way for you. It's time. The rest is up to you, Kupo. Now go and teach those foolish Moogles a lesson, and send the king back whence he came. Confront good King Mogglemog. Well, I am preemptively turning up the background music. Oh, wow, already? Okay. Good King Mogglemog, good King Mogglemog, ruler of all the land. Kupo, who in the 700 way? Meddling adventures, I'd wager. Oxguard to arms! Defend the king, Kupo! Another guy is significantly more help from me. I'll trust him to do whatever he's supposed to be doing. Hail to the king, Kupo. Hey, we did it. First try. Let's go. For like 90% of the time, people just failed it. You did it, Kupo, you did it. Good King Mogglmog the 12th, may his mighty soul rest in peace, is no more. As if there was ever any doubt. Ugh. Rain to work good. Shudder to think what might have happened had you not stopped the Moggles Guard when you did. Thank you, Canadian. Perhaps now they'll come to their senses and stop playing at fairy tales. Rest assured that the chieftain will have choice words for them too. You should go and tell Puckney Pack that the king is no more, Kupo. He's with Rayosena at Camp Tranquil and can relay the news to the chieftain. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and just... music volume now. Oh hey, well you know, it just so happens I have to go to Camp Tranquil anyway. Rayosena. Ah, hear about that cursed pile of rocks they call the lost city of Amdapor, I assume? I am Rayosena, sister of the Elder Seedseer. Brother Isimian hasn't told you much, has he? Discretion is the better part of his valor. Well, aside from him to keep the city is all that remains of an advanced magical civilization from the 5th Astral Era. Ah, this is just dungeon lore. This is not story lore. Just gonna get Gipperoo. Do I dare believe my ears? Good King Mogulmog XII, may his magnificent virtue serve as an example to us all, has fallen? All Moogle kind owes you a debt, Kupo. Ah, and I sense Reo Senes wishes to congratulate you as well. I shall let you two speak without fear of interruption. Senna wishes to congratulate you on your victory over Good King Mogulmog XII. Your bravery and service to the Twelves Wood and her Moogles shall not be forgotten, My sister will doubtless wish to hear your tale of this great victory from the mouth of the man responsible. Pray return to the Lotus Stand. Treat her to a full account of the day's events. Tales are yet fresh in your mind. I will do that as soon as I fly over to this dungeon and get it out of my quest log. Seers have sent word of your coming. Indeed, to win the city of Endor. There we go. Alright. Conjurer's Guild. Here for... Perfect. I've always liked the quest system. Like... Obviously... Not that... It's not that I didn't like the story. Anyway, I like the way the quests are set up. The fact that I can click it, it shows me exactly where it is. You can click Aetherites on the map, so it's very easy to get where you want to go. It's just nice. It's a good setup. I really want to get into Heaven's Ward. Not gonna lie, I might switch to Samurai when I hit Stormblood. Or is it Heaven's Ward I can do that at? I'm not too sure. I think it's Stormblood. I'll have to check. Are you returned to us unharmed and victorious? Thus have I 2 reasons to be glad. My many questions remain unanswered. If you would be so kind as to oblige me, I would fain hear all that occurred in Thornmarch. Then it is as we fear. The king really is a prime. But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the Moogles don't worship him, for one thing. He's not even a god to them. Doesn't sound like any primal I've ever heard of. Then mayhap the fault lies with the definition. The fact remains that through a combination of the power contained in crystals and the force of their collective faith, the Moogles called forth a being that by rights should not exist. Moreover, when slain, said being left no corpse. The aether which comprised him instead being scattered to the 4 winds. According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of his manifestation was in every respect the same. Which means... Ascians. This whole business reeks of their handiwork. Kupopo! They said it was a masked man who had taught them how, years ago, but Verdania is no shortage of masked men. I never thought to question. Confound it all! How many more will they ensnare with their tainted gifts? Too many, I fear. So long as there are paragons to stir the embers, fools to build the pyre, and crystals to feed the fames, ever and again shall we suffer primal visitations. A somber thought, but a salutary one. My heartfelt thanks, Canadian. Already the information you have provided has proven invaluable. The Grand Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss. Oh, before you do, my lady, I was hoping we might finish discussing that other matter. The matter of which you speak has even now been settled. The Scions shall not want for support. We'll be glad to send additional supplies to Revenant's Toll. We knew we could count on you, my lady. While Ida and I remain to discuss the particulars of our arrangement with the Elder Seed Seer, mayhap you could return to the Waking Stands and apprise the antecedent of all that has transpired. Do I have to? Can we just move into Mordona, please? Thank you? Yes? Maybe? No? I only have 10 tickets left. If I have to run from Horizon to the Waking Sand, I'm going to fucking scream into my microphone. It is good to see you hale and healthy, Canadian. I received word from Ida and Papa Limo that you had felled good King Mogomog XII, but I had hoped to hear your version of the tale. So it was as they said, summoned with the same methods used by the beast and tribes and taught by the Ascian. Though unfortunate, this incident did at least serve to remind the Elder Seedseer of our usefulness. Her offer of additional support could not have come at a better time. My thanks, Canadian. No problem, dude. Owing to the tireless efforts of all concerned, we are at long last ready to bid farewell to Vesper Bay. So as to avoid drawing undue attention, we shall make the journey to Revenant's Toll in small groups, departing at irregular intervals. Lest you doubt, it is still my intention to conduct further operations openly, but on this particular occasion the need for caution overrides all other concerns. To move north as one ponderous caravan would only serve to invite attack. It seemed only right that I should be the last to leave, and I would have you remain with me until the end, Canadian. On my departure, the Waking Sands will formally cease to be our headquarters, and the premises will be given into the care of Urianger. I had thought to relinquish the property, but he was quite adamant, and I had not the heart to disagree. These walls have borne witness to some of the brightest and darkest moments of our order's history. Mayhap it is best that we do not forsake them entirely. Oh, I can move these up. Oh, God, that's so much easier to read, but that is so in the way. Urianger will remain here and devote his energies to studying the nature of primals. By the grace of the 12, he will one day discover a permanent solution that we have sought for so long. Of course, he will not be alone. Alice shall continue to work closely with him as well. Should they require our assistance, I will have assurances that they will not hesitate to contact us. Speaking of Urianger, would you inquire of him if any tasks remain undone? I cannot escape the feeling that I've forgotten something important. Not quite. Thou art ever welcome, Canadian, but I require no assistance. Pray take thy leave unburdened by concern for my well-being. Verily, thy countenance bespeaks a desire to quit this place without further delay. Mayhap thou thinkest this chapter of our tale concluded, that these halls should rightly be consigned to the annals of history. In man's eagerness to seize the future, how readily he doth set down the past. Full many a proud pioneer hath bravely stridden into the great unknown, only to find there the banner of his ancestors faded by the eons. And still man glorieth in his discoveries. 'Tis through his pride that wisdom doth ever give way to ignorance, while they who lurk in shadow remain hidden, not lost sooner than they are found. Be not offended, Canadian. Thy conduct hath ever been beyond reproach. Despite thy surpassing strength and all thy many victories, thou hast never been so convinced of thine own greatness as to imagine thyself above the failings of thy forebears. Mayhap it is the echo which hath opened thine eyes to the lessons of history. Would that the same could be said of... Ah! Whence came that cry? The solar 12 for Fend, the antecedent. Ah! Uh-oh. Canadian, you must... Uh-oh. I'm having a stroke again. Tell me, Louisois, you've done the same. Louisois Leverlot was a remarkable man, wise beyond mortal measure. Would that I had met him prior to his passing. Ascian, here? How? How readily you are indeed gifted, antecedent. You're not like the others, your robes. Gifted but ignorant, yet I shall not judge you harshly. The fault lies with your forebears. It has been millennia. Mine are the robes of an emissary. Unlike he who came before, I have no quarrel with you. You speak of La Habrea. La Habrea is a warrior. He fought, he fell. Yet he may yet learn from his mistakes. Then he is still... Come, I only confirm that which you already knew. There is no cessation, no oblivion, only expulsion. What are... Ready when you are, my lady, if there's nothing else. Is something the matter? Ah, I feel the same way. After everything that's happened here, it feels strange to leave, but I'm sure we'll soon get used to Revenant's toll. Well, I'll let you say your goodbyes. Take as long as you like, my lady. We shall depart whenever you're ready. It is only to be expected. She lacks the gift and knowledge both. To her, we are indistinct. I do not understand. Shadowless, fleshless, formless, what truth there is in each tale is diluted by time and telling. Knowledge dictates expectation, and expectation colors perception. Thus did she perceive not. So it is with all but a chosen few. Even you, when young, could not yet see with eyes unclouded. You know nothing about me. Nothing. The gift grants you clarity. It grants you focus. With it, you may in time come to see us as we are, rather than this crude approximation. La Habrea did not think so highly of the Echo. La Habrea is wrong about a great many things. The Echo is indeed a gift, albeit one you have yet to master. And if we did, there would be no strife between our peoples, for we would be of one mind. I leave as I came, in peace, antecedent. May we meet again as friends. Wait, stay where you are. Mayhap I was indelicate. It is a mercy she shields her children from his grace with such resolve. Was it also by her hand that you survived the ardor, I wonder? Take it there's no need to explain. Save your concern. He did me no lasting harm. Whatever his intention was, it was not to kill. I heard a cry. What happened? Are you alright? You look faint. Do you need to lie down? I could fetch you a flask of my special tonic. Moriage, send word to the students of Baldessium. Tell them to scour the archives, the forbidden tomes in particular. If there's any reference to an Ascian robed in white, however oblique, I would know of it. An Ascian, my lady? Was that what gave you cause to cry out? I did but moments ago glimpse a figure clad in white set forth from the waking sands. Yet Ascians are wont to employ teleportation magics. Why would one be so brazen? I know not and care not. Find him, Canadian. Turn over every stone in Vesper Bay if you have to. Pray attend to me, Tatru. Search for the right white-robed Ascian. There we go. I'm told that you are the warrior of light, but I would know for myself. I shall walk north, may choose to follow. Know, however, that you will be waylaid if you do, may even perish. Should you survive, we shall speak anon. You are being judged. Yeah, I know I am. Oh, the white-robed Ascian. 1 out of 3, 2 of 3, none. I don't actually remember this at all. I feel like this is the point where I'd completely given up hope of ever watching anything to do with this story ever again. Oh, these guys are gonna help me? Hell yeah, boys. as I can see behind that. That's alright. Remarkable, truly remarkable. I thank you for granting me this indulgence. None save he who bested Lahubrea could endure such an examination. Have the laws of man grown so twisted in my absence that it is now permitted to lay hands upon an emissary? You bore witness to my audience within the antechamber, did you not? Then you know I acted only in self-defense. I realize the same cannot be said of Lahubrea. Even amongst his brethren he is considered weak. Nevertheless, I cannot wholly condemn his misdeeds, for through them we discovered you, one so strong in the gift that he can cast us out. Your mother favors you still, that much is plain, but surely you must feel it. Influence wanes, strength shall soon be spent. These lands, these people, this world, all shall soon change. As it was, so it shall be again. It should always have been. Doubt my claims and question my motives if you will. Only believe me when I say this. I am Elidibus, emissary, bearer of the word of the one true God, and we shall meet again. Okay. Alright. Once I officially move out of the Waking Sands and go to the frickin' Falling Stones, or whatever the heck it is. Rising Stones? Whatever. Hwah! Oh, yeah. Thank the gods you've returned, Canadian. After you left, I began to worry that I might have sent you to your doom. I take it our visitor proved elusive. Beg pardon, he was waiting for you. What did you do? What did he say? As it was, it shall be again. When does he speak? Of what exactly? The words of this Elidibus pretend much, but reveal nothing, save perhaps a measure of disdain for Lahubrea. I had hoped for answers, but it seems I shall have to be content with a wealth of additional questions. Game. Let us set aside the matter of this asking until after we have completed or moved the Rising Stones. There is but one final favor I would ask of you before I depart. I believe I mentioned before that my father was a member of the Almegan Resistance. The truth, however, is more complicated than that. As far as the Empire knew, he was their spy. He maintained the deception for nigh on half a decade, furnishing the Resistance with vital Imperial secrets, while feeding his paymasters subtly conceived misinformation. When he died some 15 years ago, my father left behind his journal, which I have closely guarded ever since. It contains every shred of information he and his agents could steal on what they believed to be the single greatest threat to Eorzea, the Primals. Its wisdom has guided me through the years. Though there is much written I still do not understand. It is my hope that Urianger will fare better. Tell him to treat it with care. It is all I have left of my father. Oof. At least you have something. There are people who lack even that. I thought thee departed. To what end dost thou linger? Father's final bequest, daughter's lifelong labor. It is no small thing to surrender such a cherished memento. Well, can I imagine the antecedent's pain? On mine honor, I swear to spare no effort in the study of these, lest my lady's sacrifice be in. Canadian, this is Minfilia. Forgive me, but I could wait no longer. I have departed for the Rising Stones. If you have yet to... Once you've given the journal to Urianger, I bid you to come to the Seventh Heaven in Revenant's Toll. Potter will be there to show you inside our new headquarters. Assuming you have already attuned to it, you may wish to make use of our new Aetherite in Revenant's Toll. After all, it is right on our doorstep. Hell yeah! Primal Awakening. We speak to you regarding unidentified primal. I don't know if it's important that I do these. They are purple quests. But I don't, like, particularly care about, too much about, like, the side plot. I sort of understand that the primals are back. Coming again. Fight a bunch of people. That I'm gonna get these side quests out of my log. Hopefully, doesn't lead to too much. My assumption is that it's going to want me to complete like the hard mode of like, you know, King Moggle mode. For this incarnation of the Lady of the Tempest, more tempestuous than aught we get witnessed. Prepared to face the rolling storm, then I will brief you on what must be done. I'm glad to see you. I assume I praise the situation regarding the movie. Oh, okay. Work with a mysterious individual at Wineport. Commander wishes to continue against the latest incredible. That's probably extreme. I would assume. Reattune to the Aetherite, isn't it? Tuning. I believe it is East Shroud. Go to. See me there. Yes. Good King Moggle. Good King Moggle. Thorn March Extreme. Tune to the Aetherite at I don't know if this is strictly necessary. I don't really plan on using this character once I get it maxed. I don't even know if I don't even know if I really intend to keep playing after I'm done the story, if I'm being honest. Like, the story's good and all, but it's like, the end game of Final Fantasy is like, I hope you like raiding, or trying to get mounts, and cosmetics. That's literally all there is. If you have a good group, you'll be done raiding in like pretty short order. We're just going to, just gonna hide that one. Not doing that. Is this the beginning of... Oh, there's no plans to upon herself to this being it would be like it would have wine part. Is this the beginning of Coil? It has been a wild adventure. As I recall, my brother Alfino took the liberty of introducing us when first and last we met. But for the sake of propriety, I am Alice Levalieux. I thank you for coming. I have heard much and more of your exploits. By your hand, the Black Wolf is slain, and Ultima Weapon is destroyed. You are possessed of great strength and courage. That much is plain. I shall have need of one such as you if I am to see my mission through to its conclusion. As you may be aware, the violence in Dalamud's fall changed not only the face of the realm, but also the base of the realm. Specifically, it played havoc with the ethereal currents, creating vast confluence of aether below the surface. Among other phenomena, this led to the formation of subterranean caverns at key points of stress. One such cavern lies beneath Castrum Occidens and extends to only the gods know where. Despite appearances, Castrum Occidens is as much a research facility as is a fortress. Gaius van Baelsar chose the site for no other reason than to probe the caverns without interference. As he went about vanquishing the returned rivals, I observed a repeating wave pattern in the aether, responding exactly to the dates on which he reported to have felled Ifrit, Titan, and Garuda. On closer examination, it became clear that these unique waveforms emanated from deep beneath the aforementioned stronghold. Crucially, I recorded the same pattern during the recent celebrations and have since been given to understand that this phenomenon bears a disquieting similarity to one observed shortly prior to the calamity. 5 years ago, my grandfather invoked the power of the 12 that he might contain Bahamut. Alas, his efforts failed, and he vanished, together with his foe. I would know the truth of what transpired that day, of grandfather's fate, and of the metamorphosis that swept across the land. In casting light upon these mysteries, we will find a way to cure what ails this world. It is my belief that the answers I seek lie hid within the depths of the cavern. I would have you accompany me on an expedition to find them, Canadian. Truth be told, I am wont to rely upon others, and have thus far handled matters alone, yet I am not blind to my limitations. Unescorted, I cannot hope to succeed in this endeavor. I swore that I would find a way to restore peace to Eorzea. If you desire the self-same, then aid me as you aided my brother and the Scions. I am in your debt. You are a man of action, and I sense that we will accomplish much together. But let us not waste any more time. As I mentioned, Castrum Occidens straddles the cavern I wish to explore. If I am to have hope of reaching it alive, I will need you to infiltrate the stronghold first and locate a path into the depths. Once you have done so, pray report your success to Storm Private Broca. You may consider her my assistant here in Wyport. I have every faith that you will not fail me. 12 speed your way, Canadian. Very well. I think this may very well be the introduction to ARR raids. Now, I probably, if I can get people together for it, if I can, I'm going to do like a story playthrough. Oh goodness, okay, so yeah, I'm not allowed to do that, but whatever. I can do this. Oh, guaranteed, yeah. Yeah, this is 100%. Port to Jabroka. All these areas just feel so alive now, with so many people running around. Might do like a minute, but anyway, sorry, yeah. If I can get the people together, I might do like a day of coil, like set aside time to minimum item level run through all of it, all the way up to Bahamut. I think that would be fun, although it would take some time. It might have to be split into a couple days, couple raid days, but I think some people in my guild already did that a little while ago, so they may not be up for it again for a little while. Might have to put it off for a bit, but I hope not. I want to see the story of Coil, because I remember even when we were running it originally that I was at least moderately interested in it. And from what I've read on the lore of Coil since then, since I restarted playing, I'm actually super interested to see how it plays out. I've been expecting you, Canadian. By your coming, I take it you've successfully located the cavern entrance inside Castrum Oxidans. So this is where it is to be found. Marvelous. Oh, but allow me to properly introduce myself. Jabroka is my name, and it is my honor to serve Lady Alice. But for reasons of convenience, at present I also serve the Maelstrom. This uniform accords me certain privileges, you see. In particular, ready access to the Maelstrom's regional scouting reports. They provide a wealth of local knowledge, including information on secret passages. But enough about me. I shall notify Lady Alice of your discovery, that she may prepare for the expedition. Though I don't doubt your abilities, none can say what dangers lurk beneath Castrum Oxidans. For the lady's sake, as well as yours, please spare neither preparation nor caution. Pray choose your companions well. I guess is the Binding Coil of Bahamut. Oh, boy. Yeah, no, I'm probably going to make a day of that. Speak with Tataru at Revenant's Toll. Okay, so I'm going to teleport to Revenant's Toll, but then I'm probably going to call it for the night. And pick it up tomorrow. I'm going to try and put that raid together. Well, not tomorrow. It's going to be on Monday. It's going to take a couple days. But yeah, tomorrow. Monday. Fuck. Brain no work good. Alright, well, yeah. Thank you for tuning in. Anybody who did, anybody who watches the VOD later. I've been Canadian Bearman. Feel free to follow me on YouTube, or, you know, subscribe on YouTube and watch any of the stuff you missed there. Hope you have a fantastic night, and I'll see you again on Monday.